Hello, I'm Murray Newlands, you're watching ForumCon TV. I'm here today with Dan Gill, who is the CEO and co-founder of Huddler. Dan, for those who don't know, what do you guys do?
Yeah, Huddler is an online community platform that we built from scratch, and we went out and sought out the best, most active online discussion forums online, migrated them in their entirety to the Huddler platform, where we have discussion boards, article system, wiki functionality, product reviews, image and video handling, Facebook integration, WordPress integration, all these other tools to really help these communities grow and thrive and monetize. And so now we operate 31 sites with about 25 million unique visitors a month.
And so obviously some of these sites you own and some of these sites you partner with people who already own them.
Yeah, in general it's a partnership model.
What have been your challenges and what do you see as the upcoming challenges in 2013?
I think that publishers online, it's a pretty universal challenge, which is just the war for attention of consumers, right? I mean, there's more and more and more places to spend time online, and there's some particularly strong gravitational pulls with Facebook and Twitter over the past several years, right? But Tumblr emerges, and there's always new entrants into the market. And so I think that's a continued struggle, is that the status quo is never good enough. You can't just keep doing the same things that you've done from the time that you founded your community, because there's so many more options for consumers now. And so you have to really invest in your content, really invest in your community management to stand out.
And we were just talking before the interview. You were saying that obviously a large percentage of traffic is now mobile.
Yeah.
You've gone with an HTML5 solution rather than an app solution.
Yeah.
How are you staying up with what technology to make and making those decisions?
Yeah, it's hard given how fast things move. You know, we try and be as prescient as we can be. And you know, you just have to understand who your target audience is, right? And how rich of an application you can create. Given that in discussion forums, so much of the traffic is lurker traffic, right?
Yeah.
People coming in to learn from these enthusiasts. Generally speaking, those people are going to come in from links from other sources or from Google, right? And so that means, generally speaking, they're going to be coming in through their mobile web browser. And so erecting a barrier to entry that says, if you'd like a mobile optimized experience, download our app, is pretty much telling them to go away. And so if you can get them to have a rich experience in browser, then that's what we decided to do. And we knew that the mobile web browsers were going to continue to mature. And so now that we've released our mobile version, with iOS 6, you get access to the camera, which you couldn't do before. And you know, the interoperability with the phones continues to get better and better in browser, so that the benefits of an app, I think, are declining. And so we made that, you know, we had that hypothesis, we went with it, and thus far it's paying off beautifully.
What do you think the main challenges for next year will be? If there are one or two things that stand out, and like these are things which we think we need to overcome next year, what are those going to be?
Yeah, I think it's you know, attracting and maintaining the place in the world that these communities have, given the proliferation of options to spend time. That said, I'm really optimistic, because whereas I think so many things are sort of shiny objects for consumers, right?
Yeah.
And they sort of come and go. I believe that interest-based communities are really a fundamental need. That when you're passionate about something, being able to have intelligent, high-quality discourse with other people who love the same things that you love is pretty fundamental. In the same way that I think social networking is pretty fundamental. You know, staying in touch and getting to see, you know, your friends from high school and who's having kids, and stay in touch with your family as everyone is geographically distributed. Social networking is fundamental. And being able to connect around your interests in a deep way, I think, is also very fundamental, in opposition to, you know, a new photo sharing this, or mobile check-ins for that, or, you know, those services are somewhat transient. And so I think that interest-based communities have such a strong place, but it doesn't mean that we have any ability to be complacent. We have to invest in our content and really create a welcoming space and interesting content to keep people coming back. And so, you know, you just can never rest, and I think that's the main thing that we focus on with our publishers, is you've got to keep pushing and keep innovating and creating a great experience. And
what were the benefits you saw and gained from going to ForumCon last year?
Yeah, anytime that you can get together with people, almost like an interest-based community online, right?
Yeah.
You get to people that really understand. And the great thing about ForumCon is that it doesn't operate at sort of a 101 level, right? The expectation is that if you're going to attend ForumCon, you have a certain level of knowledge about the space and a certain level of passion about the space. And so I find that the discourse is really high quality. I think we had some really great conversations around monetization opportunities for forums, which I always really enjoy and am passionate about. And I think we also had some really great discourse around the place that forums fit within social media and the broader internet landscape, and understanding how we strengthen our niche and strengthen our positioning there. And so what I certainly encourage at ForumCon is the more, whether you're on the Huddler platform or on vBulletin or on Vanilla Boards or any of the great platforms out there, if we're all using the same language and expressing the same level of passion about the importance and quality of forums, we're going to fare better in the market in terms of our ability to monetize and attract new members. So I think that's the other great advantage, is that people really are open to collaboration and sharing knowledge, even when, technically speaking, our business goals aren't immediately aligned. I think we all understand that the macro business goals are very well aligned.
I was speaking to Steve from Boardread, and he was saying, the competition is not another forum. The competition is Facebook, is Twitter, is everywhere else, like watching television, anything else that they could be doing. And just working with other people in your industry is a great way to understand, right, that's what they're doing, this is what's working for them, how do I exchange those ideas, and what's going to take me forward? Yeah,
that's exactly right. I feel very similarly. And so ForumCon has always been a great place to exchange those ideas and help understand what's working for somebody and how that can be adapted for your own site.
What are some forums out there that you look at and you think they're doing really well, and why are they doing really well?
Yeah, well, I mean, close to home, there's some sites on the Huddler platform that I'm insanely proud of, right? We've had headfi.org go from 500,000 unique visitors to 1.8 million, and
what's driven that, do you think?
It's a lot about their investment in content quality and having a really open, positive community. And we've seen growth. Mothering.com from 500,000 uniques to 3 million uniques, and Style Forum from 700,000 to 1.8 million, and these sites are really booming, and so I'm thrilled with those. As far as others in the space that I really admire, I think the guys at Pink Bike do a pretty fantastic job. An incredible job. They're investing in video content and photo gallery contests, and they bring sponsors in very constructive ways, and I love what they do. I think Golf WRX is doing a nice job. Just spreading the love to some non-Huddler sites. And I think MacRumors continues to be sort of the granddaddy of great forum communities, where their content quality and place in their market is just really, really impressive and strong. And we have Apple Insider on the Huddler platform doing great work, and just gone through a redesign that looks fantastic. So there's some, like I said, I think there's a really strong place for these communities in the world.
That's interesting that it's all really about the great quality content. Like, you've got to rise above just having general chat, and you've got to make it a really focused, really tight level of content.
Yeah, it's definitely an interplay between technology and content, because we had our full web experience when viewed through a mobile phone. Users were viewing 40% fewer page views per visit. Right? So technology matters. When you have to pinch and zoom and squint, you're going to spend less time. So when you can create a mobile optimized experience, we're immediately seeing those page views per visit rebounding and more engagement happening on the mobile phones. And so the content is, I absolutely stand by, the content is king, but technology can really be an opportunity to augment that and provide great related content and ways of organizing content and search engine optimization and ways of encouraging users to join and giving them new ways to interact. But ultimately, if you don't have great content to interact with, there's no hope.
Great. If people want to work with you and connect with you, how do they contact you? What's your email address, Dan?
You can reach out to me. I work 24 hours a day, so I am pretty reachable. I'm Dan at Huddler, at huddler-inc.com. Or I'm accessible on Twitter, just at Dan Gill.
Dan, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you at ForumCon.
Always good to see you, Murray. Thank you.
I'm Murray Newlands. You're watching ForumCon TV. I'll see you next time.